Welcome back to Moments of Magic. Today, let's talk about the world's most enchanting cities, Paris. Whether it's your first time or your 10th, there's always something magical waiting for you in the City of Lights. In today's video, I'll be sharing the top things to do in Paris, which are perfect for creating lasting memories, enriching your spirit, and feeling the true magic of travel. Let's start with something that's on everyone's bucket list. The Eiffel Tower, a symbol of Paris and one of the world's most visited monuments. Visiting the tower and seeing its historic gardens and the breathtaking view of Paris from the top is an incredible experience. You can buy a ticket to go to the top of the Eiffel Tower. There are 2 floors at 57 meters above the ground, and there are 2 levels at the very top. On the first floor, you have glass platform, which offers the unique sensation of a void. On the second floor, you can enjoy the view along with some delicious treats. It's here that you'll find the Michelin-starred restaurant alongside a Père Hermé macaroon bar and takeaway food stands. At the final destination, the summit, one level is enclosed and the other is open air. You can stroll around and take in the unique panorama of the City of Lights from a height of 906 feet while sipping champagne. When you're at the bottom, you feel like, oh, probably there's not much to see from the top. But trust me guys, the view from the summit is absolutely breathtaking. I really love the second floor as well. There are so many monuments that you can see from there. And of course, the food there is just great. The garden around the Eiffel Tower is stunning, especially if you're here during spring. There are so many beautiful flowers. Do keep in mind that it is very crowded, and this is a popular spot for scammers and pickpockets. Be careful with your wallet, phones, and passports. If someone comes to talk to you, just stay away from them. Parisians usually don't talk to strangers, so it is probably a scammer who's coming to talk to you. They usually run out of tickets, so make sure you buy them online and a few days ahead of time. Find the link for the tickets in the description below. Eiffel Tower will take at least 2 hours if you are going to the summit. If you are not going up top and want to grab a bite, you can head over to the Rue Claire, which is just a 10 to 15 minutes walk. Montmartre is one of the most emblematic monuments in Paris. Situated at the top of the Montmartre Hill, it offers great panoramic views. Built in the Romanesque Byzantine style, the basilica is recognizable by its white color. Inside, the ceiling is decorated with largest mosaic in France, measuring 480 meters square. The crypt is also well worth a visit. And to get even higher, visitors can climb up to the dome, from which there is a magnificent 360-degree view of Paris. A short walk from the basilica takes you to Place du Thé and Rue Les Pigs, and a little further on to Place des Abbesses and Montmartre, and at the foot of the hill to the most famous Moulin Rouge Cabaret. It's a good idea to plan both of these together, as after all the walking and climbing steps, sitting and watching Moulin Rouge would be a good break. The cafes on the hill are very touristy, so consider the cafes down the hill at Rue des Martyrs. You'll find a better restaurant with a Parisian vibe. Montmartre is free to visit. The top of the hill can get super busy, and like Eiffel Tower, it's a place to watch out for scammers and pickpockets. If you don't like taking steps, you can take the funicular. Even after the fire, Notre Dame Cathedral remains a symbol of resilience and beauty. You can still admire its architecture and the iconic gargoyles. For a reflective moment, step inside to see the incredible stained glass windows. It's one of those experiences that will leave you in awe. Notre Dame reopens its doors on December 8, 2024. It is a functioning cathedral, so it's free to enter. Sainte-Chapelle. Let yourself be dazzled by the 1113 stained glass windows in this gem of rayonnant Gothic architecture. The Sainte-Chapelle is the finest royal chapel to be built in France and features truly exceptional collection of stained glass windows. The tickets are €13 and it's a short visit. Take a stroll through the gardens. Paris is full of beautiful green spaces where you can relax, journal, or have a quiet moment. My favorites are the Jardin des Tuileries and the Luxembourg Gardens. Perfect for a picnic, a peaceful walk, or simply soaking up the atmosphere. You'll find locals reading, chatting, jogging here. Take a walk along the famous Champs-Élysées lined with shops and cafes leading up to the Grand Arc de Triomphe. Climb to the top of the arc for a panoramic view of the city. Seeing the lights of the Champs-Élysées from above is an unforgettable sight. It is especially stunning at night time. Do keep in mind that there are a lot of steps to get to the top. There is an elevator to help disabled. There are lots of pickpockets in Champs-Élysées, so be careful here. The Grand Palais. Located in the heart of Paris on the Avenue des Champs-Élysées, the Grand Palais is an iconic monument. Built for the Universal Exhibition in the 1900s and dedicated by the French Republic to the glory of French art, it is recognizable by its large glass dome flanked by the French flag. This architectural masterpiece of stone, steel, and glass has been listed as a historical monument since 2000. Le Louvre Museum is at the heart of Paris and you can get here using a metro. Formerly a royal palace, Le Louvre embraces 8 centuries of French history. Intended as a universal museum since its creation in 1793, its collections are amongst the finest in the world. There are around 35,000 works of art on display, including the world-famous masterpieces such as Mona Lisa and Michelangelo's Slaves. It also has the Napoleon III apartments, which is a work of art on its own. Le Louvre is very large. Someone told me that it's 9 miles long, and it's almost overwhelming. If you are not an art or history buff, this will basically mean nothing to you. Le Louvre is also very crowded. Try to buy the ticket online. The Louvre has a limit to how many people it allows inside in a day, so make sure you get your ticket well in advance. Even then, the lineup will take quite a bit of your time. If you do plan on visiting Le Louvre, make sure you have at least 3 to 5 hours. Even in that much time, you'll be running through it. Do consider taking a guide. Internationally renowned for its rich collection of Impressionist art, the Musée d'Orsay also displays all Western artistic creations from 1848 to 1914. You're sure to be dazzled by the beauty of this place. It's a train station that looks like a palace. Isn't that fascinating? A lot of people actually like Musée d'Orsay more than Le Louvre. It's much smaller. You can actually appreciate the art better. You can get here by RER. It's just across the river from Le Louvre. Just keep in mind that it gets very busy on Tuesday when Le Louvre is closed. Usually it takes an hour and a half to visit. There's a cafe inside and lots of restaurants and cafes in about a 5-minute walk. Yes, my dear friends, this is the one you saw in the movie Phantom of the Opera. A historical monument open to visitors during the day, staging opera and dance. Don't forget to admire the ceiling painted by Chagall in the main auditorium. This is a truly grandiose masterpiece. It is majestic both inside and outside. It's a quick visit and you can get here by metro. Just go for a tour or watch a show. Tour tickets cost €15. Take a break from the walking and relax with a Seine River cruise. It's a unique way to see Paris landmarks from a different angle. It is especially beautiful at sunset. The gentle pace of the cruise is a great moment to unwind and soak in the beauty of Paris. There are cruises that take you around for sightseeing with or without champagne. There are also dinner or lunch cruises. Honestly, pretty much everyone loves a cruise on the Seine River. You can buy a ticket on the spot. Just make sure you arrive in advance so that you get the best seat to be able to enjoy the views, which are absolutely stunning. The Moulin Rouge and its 60 artists present a marvelous show. This is 2 hours of amazement between cabaret and music hall styles, where dance scenes and surprise acts intersperse. It is located on the Montmartre district. People do have mixed reviews about Moulin Rouge. It is expensive, so make sure you do your research and figure out if this is something that you're going to like. Also, this is a cabaret, so keep in mind there are topless scenes. So if you are from a cultural background which is conservative, you might not enjoy it. You can either watch the show with dinner or just a glass of champagne. It costs €250 per person for dinner and the show. Versailles. This is further away from the center. It can take almost an hour to get there. There is an RER station about 15 to 20 minutes walk away. Located just outside of Paris, Versailles is a symbol of French history and grandeur. The palace, with its hall of mirrors and stunning gardens, is like stepping into a fairy tale. A visit here is a reminder of Paris' rich history and the lavish lives of French royalty. The palace is pretty huge and the travel time is long, so you basically have to allocate an entire day for this. Not to forget that you will be walking a lot, so you're gonna be pretty tired, so just take it easy for the rest of the day. The Catacombs of Paris. If you want to see something spooky, then this is for you. These are underground tunnels where the remains of 6 million people are on display. These are bones transferred here from overcrowded cemeteries. This is a truly unique experience. However, if you don't like being too close with bones or you have claustrophobia, this might not be for you. There are a lot of steps and narrow paths here. Thanks for staying till the very end. Are you ready for some pro tips now? Tip number 1 is that to see almost everything in Paris, you need at least 7 to 10 days, considering how grand everything is. So don't try to cram everything in 2 days. If you are here just for 2 to 3 days, then take it easy. Take a hop-on, hop-off bus or just see the attractions that you really are interested in. The rest of the time, chill at a cafe, read a book at the park. People watching can be a great activity in Paris because most people are very fashionably dressed. Just soaking in the atmosphere in Paris is the best thing to do. Tip number 2 is to wear comfortable shoes and clothes because you're going to be walking a lot and it can get pretty hot in Paris. Tip number 3, buy some anti-theft gear for your travel. That will make you very comfortable when you are in crowded places, and be aware about different scams in Paris. Tip number 4. In Paris, there is always some or the other festival going on, like Paris Fashion Week. So before you book your tickets to Paris, make sure there is no festival going on there. These festivals attract people from all over the world and it becomes extremely crowded. Tip number 5. Don't hesitate to use public transport like metro or RER. These are very convenient and economical and mostly faster than a taxi. And that wraps up our list for the top things to do in Paris. Whether you're exploring the art, savoring the food, or simply soaking in the city's ambience, Paris has a way of leaving a lasting impression. Let me know in the comments which place you'd like to visit first or share your Parisian experiences. Don't forget to like, subscribe and join me next time as we continue exploring the wonders of the world and creating our very own moments of magic.